think we got it. Let's see if it's working. Yay, we got it. I look crazy, but it's okay. Hi, we're streaming. This is the first time we've ever streamed. Enjoy the sounds of my cats running around. Hello. Hello. Can we not do that right now? Thank you. Hi everyone. I don't know how many people are here right now. Because I am going off of my phone. I think I'll pull it up on my actual iPad. Let's see if I can see what you guys are seeing. I can't. Oh well. Doesn't matter. I'll check in with my mirror periodically. Hi guys. Hello. Happy Juneteenth. I wanted to release a video today, but I didn't feel like editing. And also, I just kind of wanted to talk and chat and, you know, just say what's up, hang out with you guys. Maybe you guys are at home. You should be at home. Or, you know, somewhere with a mask on. And just talk. So I'm going to be doing my makeup, like my regular coffee and culture videos. It's just going to be live with no editing. That makes me nervous because I be doing weird shit on camera and I just edit that shit out so no one can see it. But I'm going to be using one of these new palettes from ColourPop. So we'll talk a little bit about makeup. And I might use this one, but this is like one of their older palettes. Like it came out last year, and these are their recently made ones. I do want to be able to see live though. Hold on. Let me see if I can watch live on my iPad of myself. And then I can, oh I can, okay. There's a way to do this. I'll just mute it. Now I can see, oh my mom's here. Hi mom. Okay, cool. Now I can see what you guys are seeing. So I have a few topics that I wrote down somewhere. Not here. I left it in the room. Should I go back and get it? Nah, I know what it is. I know what it is. But I'm first going to start off with Juneteenth because I know a lot of people are learning about that today. And there's honestly so much information to read about online. It's a great, little snippet of history to learn about if you don't know what it is. And you don't have to watch a crazy, or you don't have to read like a crazy book about it if you are just trying to figure out what it is. Essentially, what Juneteenth is that the South lost in the Civil War, right? We all know that part. And then President Lincoln was like, cool, you guys need to give up slavery now. I won, you guys lost, slavery's over, proclamation, emancipation, here you go, done, release the slaves, right? But the South was like, no, don't want to do that, don't want to get rid of my slaves. And back then, things like Twitter and Facebook didn't exist. Local time news did not exist. TV didn't exist. So news that the war was over was not being reached to enslaved people. They were just going on about their day, you know, like nothing ever happened. They still believed that the war was still going on. And so word of that got back to Abraham Lincoln that the South, particularly Texas, was not telling their slaves that they are free people now. And so word of that got back to Abraham Lincoln. Abraham was like, what the hell? I won. So he sent down somebody. There's a term for it, but he sent down someone to read out the Proclamation of Emancipation. I always feel like I'm saying that backwards. I probably am. But, and that was read on June 19th. today. So that is where Juneteenth came from. It is the day that people who were they were always wrongfully enslaved, but people who were still enslaved after slavery was over finally knew that slavery is over. You can go free. So they just walked off the plantation. Apparently, they also got rid of their clothing. They got rid of their slave clothing. Some of them ransacked their master's house, as they should have. Took some new clothes, as they should have, and went on about their day. So that's Juneteenth. That is the history of Juneteenth. Yeah, I'm just cleaning my brushes because I did not clean them last time I used them. And I always start off with eye makeup first before I get on to the rest of my face. So that is what I'm doing right now. But I have these new palettes that I got from ColourPop. ColourPop's really the only brand that I care to really pay attention to right now. I kind of talked about this in a previous, I think, a Get Ready With Me video, or I think I just individually talked to people about it, but I just really haven't been crazy about the makeup community over the past 2 years or so. I'm not really interested in it anymore. It's not as amazing. Or let me not say the makeup community, but makeup being released. That's really what it is. It's I'm not crazy about a lot of the makeup currently being released. I'm not crazy about a lot of the eyeshadows being released. So many of them have the same color story. It's neutrals, browns, neutral pinks, neutral reds, neutral this, or it's here's 5 bright colors and here's 10 complementary colors, browns and pink, So it's just been really, really boring to me. And it's been like that for a very long time. And also people release these big palettes, and I'm not 16 anymore. And so seeing gigantic palettes, I'm great. Where am I gonna put that? I don't have a makeup vanity. I'm not stockpiling eyeshadows in an IKEA dresser or anything like that. So I've just kind of slowly fallen out of love with makeup because it's just gotten really boring. That's not to say that I don't like it anymore. It's just that I'm more interested in seeing, crazy eyeshadow looks that I would never wear or do anything with. But that's what's really interesting to me now. That being said, though, as I've kind of gotten bored with makeup, I've really started to like ColourPop because their palettes are so widow. They're so widow, and you can carry it anywhere, and that's really my jam. And the color stories are really specific. They aren't releasing 1,000 shades of brown. They're releasing really cool colors. Hey Sin, this is my new cat, Sin. We had another cat named Fenty, but we had to rehome her just as the pandemic was starting, just as quarantine was starting. We had to rehome her because she was just not happy here, and we were not the best kind of home. So now we have Sin, who essentially was a rescue cat because we got her from somebody who got her from somebody, and that somebody was get out of there! Get out of the box! Sin! Get out of the box. She wants to go in there and chew on the plastic. But, oh crap, sorry. We got her and she had this crazy eye infection. And the person who had her was I don't know what the hell is, going on with her, so really sad. But now she's pretty much 80% healed. She still has a little winking in her eye, but she's a lot better. Let me show you guys the palette. So the palette looks like this. I think it's so pretty. Like, these are the types of colors I'm really into right now. Blues and greens, really bright colors. They're fun, and I think they're really easy to do. I'll show you guys this one too, even though it's really, really basic. And the only reason why I got it is because I did a decluttering like a few days ago and got rid of Sin. Get away from the box. Anyways, I did a decluttering and got rid of my big bulky palettes because I wasn't using them. They were old. They were like from 3 years ago or something. So this is the Going Coconuts one, which is replacing my previous natural palettes, basic palettes. And this is really the only amount of I don't think anyone needs more basic shades than this. Like, this is it. You can get one palette like this, and you should never have another reason to get more basic shades. Like, you don't need to have red basics or, pink basics. You just end up with so many palettes, and you're not even gonna use them all. Like, I've had the Urban Decay palette, the Naked, for like years, and I only hit pan on like a few shades. It's crazy. This is the other one from ColourPop. I didn't show you guys the top, but Miss Bliss, and then this is what the shades look like. Pretty, right? I think it's really pretty. So I'm gonna be, I don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna do something with these two shades. I'm trying to show you guys what it looks like together. Right? Super cute. They also had a purpley blue one that was really cool toned, but I actually just did one of their build your own palettes. So a lot of the shades that were being offered in that palette I kind of already had. And these go for like $10, 10, 11 bucks, something like that. So they're really cheap and affordable. And that's really where my life is right now, cheap and affordable. Let's see. I don't know what I'm gonna do. And I usually, when I do eye makeup, I'm like all over the place. This is the one that I built. So it's like the other palette that came from that collection was colors like this. Like this, these two rows. That's what it looked like. And I already have those shades, so there's no need for me to buy that palette. I already have the shades. Let me find, I don't know why I didn't get this out earlier. So I've been really, my favorite thing to prime with has been the Huda Beauty. I'm not saying that like I love Huda, but really like this as a primer. It's basically white, and I only got this because ColourPop was out of their white eyeshadow. So I got this one instead. I think we're gonna do something really simple because I've never done makeup on live, and I would feel dumb doing something only to turn around and it be ugly. What else are we here to talk about? Black Lives Matter, right? This is a big topic. So I'm assuming at this point, everyone is familiar with Black Lives Matter, what it means, why it was created, who created it. It was created by 3 black women, by the way, just in case you guys didn't know. A lot of movements have been created by black women, and that needs more light. Like the Me Too movement was created by a black woman, and yet at the same time black women feel that they cannot participate in that. Crazy. Anyways, so Black Lives Matter. Let's talk about the nasty part about it, because everyone knows the good part, right? The good part is that we as a nation are coming to the understanding of what is happening within the black communities, also within the brown communities, and it kind of stops there, right? That's where our national conscience of Black Lives Matter is ending, is that Black men are getting killed, some Black women are also getting killed, but most importantly, Black men are being killed. That's really what we know as a nation, not what individuals know, or not what individuals have, come to the understanding of, but as a nation, right? And so the nasty part of this is that there are a lot of people. Who the hell is moving their trash can right now? But the nasty part is that there are a lot of people, and when I say a lot, I mean like a lot. There are a lot of people within the Black community who are Black. Specifically Black men. Let's call a spade. But specifically Black men who are in this current circumstance and saying, we can only focus on who's currently being killed the most, and that's Black men, right? So they're looking at Black Lives Matter and either consciously or subconsciously saying, Black men are being killed the most, that's all I have time for. And what they're doing when they do that is they're basically saying everyone else within the Black community, I feel sorry for you guys, but I can't really focus on you guys right now. Like, I'm worried about Black men and that's it. Hold on. I gotta get my little tin cup so I can clean my brush, right? And so the problem that I have with that is, what about Black trans? What about Black gay people? What about Black women? What about all these other narratives that deserve to be included in this conversation? And what happens when I bring that topic up to people is that they essentially are like, well, we have one battle right now, and that one battle is to focus on Black men, because Black men are being killed disproportionately. And there's truth to that. Absolutely, Black men are being killed very, very frequently. However, I would like to assume that most people have more than 2 brain cells, right? And that they can consciously have 2 conversations at once, or at least include people in a conversation. So what's happening when I, go online or go in person or anything that has to do with Black Lives Matter, I'm being greeted by people who are like, we're focusing on men only. We're not talking about trans lives. We're not talking about gay lives. And their argument to that is, well, this is the biggest problem. We can't focus on anything else. And I understand that not everybody understands the community that they're not from. And I also understand that not everybody understands intersectionality, which is essentially saying that you are occupying 2 spaces at once, right? I am Black, but I am also a woman. So I've that's intersectionality. Or I'm Black, I am a woman, I am also gay. Or I'm Black, I'm a woman, I'm gay, I, went to art school. Intersectionalities, these are where these circles link up in the middle. So we have these people who don't understand that Black Lives Matter has to include people with intersectionalities. It has to include people who are Black and queer, Black and trans, Black and gay, Black and a woman, which is crazy, And instead of understanding that this is not taking time or taking space away from the larger movement, but it's including a narrative that currently isn't being included. These are people who rightfully deserve justice as well, and they are rightfully Black. So why is it so hard to understand that they deserve freedom as well, or they deserve justice as well. And it's frustrating. It's frustrating. I've been online. Monique has been online. And I know a bunch of other friends who have been online literally arguing with people, wasting their brain cells, trying to argue with people that trans people are included or that gay people are included. And the argument I hear the most is, you can choose to be trans. You can choose to be gay. Bitch, what? Who says that? Who says that? Who wakes up in the morning and is like, I know for a fact gay people chose to be gay. You didn't have to be gay. Like, it's such a dumb argument. It's really such a dumb argument because you can just, it's so annoying because even if you wanted to play out that story, it's like, well, you could have chose to been heterosexual. You know, if you say that, oftentimes people are like, well, the Bible, and it's like, the Bible is not going to save us right now, but, you know, thanks for referencing that book. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating. It's frustrating because while other people are coming into this conversation of what's happening within the Black community or how Black people are disproportionately being attacked and killed by police, the rest of us are living it 365 days a year. We live it all the time. This is our history all the time. Like, we don't go home and clock out of being Black and, you know, take our skin off and we're Caucasian for the rest of the night. You're Black forever. So we have to, a lot of people who are at this, I guess, mental stage, educational stage, intellectual stage of understanding that Black people, includes all Black people, are going around having these arguments with people who don't understand it, and that's really, really draining. I think last week or 2 weeks ago, I did another coffee and culture video, and I was like, I'm tired. I'm tired. And I think a lot of Black women are tired of having to teach the same story, teach the same lesson to people who don't care. You know, there are Black people from the Black community who are literally telling me to my face, I cannot be Black and queer and fight for both rights. I can't fight for both. Or that being Black and queer cannot be a conversation that's held within the Black Lives Matter conversation. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any logical sense. You're telling me that if I was shot and died by the hands of the police, that my story should not be told because I'm queer? Make it make sense. I'll circle back to Black Lives because it's eating up my brain power. But while I'm in the topic of educating people, let's talk about J. Cole and Noname. Because this has been, to me, the funniest thing that's happened within the past 48 hours. And for those of you who are not up to date with the J. Cole and Noname situation, let me enlighten you, because this shit is hilarious. It's the funniest thing to me, besides the fact that, or besides when like Doja Cat outed herself for being a coon on the internet. Like, these are like the same amount of humor to me. So J. Cole, wait, let me backtrack. So Noname. Noname is a Black female rapper, and she's fantastic. If you are someone who really liked Lupe Fiasco in like 2009, 2008, around that time, right? Someone who liked that, someone who liked the Neptunes, someone who liked Outkast. You hear these names, they sound good in your head, you would like Noname, right? She's like, the flavor that comes out of her mouth is fantastic. So, Noname, super smart. I don't know too much about her, like, biographically, like where she went to school, where she's from, that type of information, don't know. But she's smart, wicked smart, you could hear it. So Noname, on her Twitter, is normally pretty political, right? But not in a bad way. You get on her, or she gets on her Twitter and she's like, what's up, people? Capitalism is bad, universal health care is good. So on and so forth, right? Good stuff. good things to think about, good things to question. She says things, you know, and you can ponder about them, you can question them, and I like that. I like that in a tweet where it's like, hey, I know this. What do you think about it? And then you can go home and ponder about it. So she, amongst the Black Lives Matter movement, was like, hello, high selling black artists, rap artists who make a lot of money off of black culture. Where are you? Right? People are dying in the streets. People are marching. People are protesting. And a lot of y'all have not made a tweet. She didn't say that exactly, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's what she said. So she was like, where are all these people who are always talking about black culture, selling black culture? Where are they? I haven't heard y'all. And, you know, y'all are quiet. Noname didn't at anyone specifically. She didn't target anyone specifically. There's definitely a group of people who come into your mind when you hear black rappers who make a lot of money, who are high selling, right? I'm sure there's a group of people who you guys all think about. But, mind you, even with that group of people, she didn't name anyone specifically. Enter J. Cole. J. Cole read this tweet, and I guess it was the testosterone in his brain, the insecurity, the jealousy. I don't know what it was. But something in his brain was like, she's talking about me. She's talking about me. She's like, I'm the exact person she's talking about. She's not talking about anyone else. She's not talking about Nicki Minaj. She's not talking about Megan Thee Stallion. She's not talking about Doja. She's not talking about Beyonce. She's not talking about Jay-Z. She's not talking about anybody else but me. It's me. Right? That's J. Cole's brain. So J. Cole goes into, I guess, his home studio or a studio, wherever the hell he's at. Goes into a studio and writes a diss track. And that's really what it is. It's like a diss track, and I think it's kind of weird that no one has called it that. But that's essentially what he went in there and wrote. He opened up his mouth, and the first words that came out of his mouth was, I don't read a lot, but I have an opinion. I wish I had another phone or my computer out so I can pull up the lyrics for you guys, so that you guys can laugh at this, because it's crazy. It's so stupid. But J. Cole is his first words were like, I don't read, but I have a lot of opinions, and here are my opinions. And he goes on to basically say that Noname, he doesn't name Noname, but it becomes really, really obvious. He goes on to say that Noname, as smart as she is, isn't doing her job right. She's not leading the community in a good way. She's talking down to him. She's holier than thou. She is making him feel less than with her intelligence. And that if she was really trying to educate the black community or her community, she would use softer words, a softer tone. That she basically is not doing a good job. You know, she's going on Twitter, she's talking her talk. She read all these books, now she wants to spread this information, and she's spreading it in a mean way. She's being mean. And that's essentially what the song was. You hurt my feelings, you made me feel stupid, you're back. At the same time, I think part of his brain was like, this is a bad idea, don't do this. So he calls her queen very frequently throughout the song, which doesn't, like, you don't get goodie points for that, for calling someone a queen as you're simultaneously insulting them. It's not, you don't get goodie points. So he writes this song. The song is dookie trash. It's dookie trash. Trying to tell black women that they need to change their tone, that they need to spoon feed information to people who really don't care. Circling back to Black Lives Matter and how black men within the community are saying that trans people don't matter if they're black, right? These are the same people that he is saying that we need to be softer to when we try to educate them. Even if we say, hey, what you're saying is wrong, that's not right, we still need to be soft to them, right? Okay, cool. So we're all the same. We're on the same wave pattern right now. We all understand each other. And a lot of discussion sparked because of that. I think the discussions basically kind of died down because the internet moves so fast. But it was such a big reminder of how stupid people choose to be. You know, we live in a day and age. I'm sorry, let me change that. We live in a country, if you live in the US, you live in a country where damn near all information is free. You can get just about anything for free as long as you have access to the internet. And it can be sometimes easy, sometimes hard to get free access to the internet, but a lot of us have relatively easy access to free internet, right? You can even go so far as to get very, very expensive books that are like normally $200. You can almost get them for about $10 on places like Reddit, where people torrent, download big books and resell them for cheaper prices to students. If you're in America, you have every avenue to be as educated as you want to be for free or for very, very cheap. You just have to want to do it. Oh, they're moving in the fridge next door. We didn't get a new fridge. So when J. Cole goes on this rant in his song talking about you need to educate us, you need to help us, you need to do this, you need to do that, my biggest thing is y'all need to help yourselves. A lot of y'all really need to help yourselves. You know how to use Google. You know how to use the interwebs. You know how to use all of this. And if you don't know how, you can YouTube it. You can put any question into YouTube, and YouTube at this point acts like its very own search engine. If you're like, I want to learn about Black history, but I don't know how, you can YouTube it. There is somebody or a lot of bodies at this point who have created YouTube playlists about Black literature, Black history, American literature, American history. There's so much free information. It's not the job of Black women to spoon feed y'all damn near free information. You can basically get it for free. And so Noname, being the queen that she is, responded to J. Cole in a song, y'all. And J. Cole, I would be so embarrassed to be J. Cole right now. I would be so embarrassed to be somebody on J. Cole's team. I would be embarrassed to have any type of affiliation with J. Cole. Because J. Cole really went into this, studio and wrote like a whole diss towards Noname. And Noname went into her studio and wrote a minute song. She didn't even, the song ends and she didn't even, fade it out or anything. She was just, cut the music. And that was it. So not J. Cole, but Noname goes and her album or her song is basically people are dying. There are protests. There are marching happening. There are all these things happening in the world. And your dumbass decides to make a song about me. You gotta be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. I call the attention for Black artists to speak on this subject because they are Black and they profit directly off of Black culture. I call for them to speak up or make it known what they have done so that others may follow suit, and you take it as something. Girl, Noname chewed the fuck out of him. And it's the funniest thing to me. If you haven't heard the songs, I encourage you to listen to both. Listen to both. Because you can't enjoy Noname's comeback unless you listen to the first one. And it's truly, I think I might do, what do we have on here? Green? What if you did blue on the bottom? Yeah, I think I might just do green. Put some shimmer on it. But you can't enjoy one without enjoying the other. And it's very, oh, I burned my eye. It's very enjoyable. But yeah, so that's what's been entertaining me for the past 48 hours. I see we got a few people. Hi, hey guys. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you guys are having fun. This is my first time going live, so I hope you guys are enjoying it. I like it. It's very alien-y. I'm gonna tell this, it's all gonna be like snatched together by the time we're done, I promise. It looks crazy right now, but it'll look like something when we're done. So yeah. A lot of, I also want to talk about allies. I want to talk about allies. This is really cool. This is really, really cool. Okay, so I don't give goodie points for allies being allies, right? Or people standing in solidarity. I don't give goodie points for that because it's the right thing to do, right? If you drop trash on the floor, you should throw it away properly. You don't get applauded for that. That's what you're supposed to do, right? But I do want to applaud people who are dead ass cutting off family members who are just racist. And it's the millennials and it's the Gen Z. I want to applaud them. I want to applaud those allies specifically because it is so, to me, it's so showing how far people are willing to go for the progression of Black liberation, right? They're like, this is serious to me. You are either with me or against me, and if you are against me, you and I no longer need to be family members. Can you guys see my mirror if I put it like that? Okay, no? Cool. Monique has a friend who is an artist. A lot of her friends are artists, like musical artists. And he has a father who wasn't really in his life. But they were talking about the Black Lives Matter movement. And his father just completely disagreed. Was like, I don't understand what this is. They're a bunch of thugs and hooligans. They're looting the city. Yak, yak, yak. Wah, wah, wah. And this guy was like, you're a deadbeat dad. You were never there for me to begin with. I no longer need to speak to you. Don't hit my line. And it's that type of, what's the word I'm looking for? I can't think of the word. But it's that type of involvement that is needed, right? I'm not telling everyone they should follow suit, right? If you don't have anywhere to live and your mom's a racist person and you're gonna be kicked out and put on the street, I'm not gonna get mad at you for just holding your tongue until you're old enough to move out, right? That's fine. But to me, it's very showing how there are allies who are so much more for our freedom and liberation than there are people within our own community. Bringing back people within the Black community who disagree about Black trans being mentioned at this time and Black gay people being mentioned at this time. Y'all can't mention trans women, trans people, gay people, and there are allies who are completely cutting off family members. Just sit with that. It doesn't make any sense to me. There are people who are literally saying F you to their parentals for your liberation. And you can't figure out how to include trans people in the conversation. It doesn't make any sense. So kudos to those people who are dead ass just cutting off family members. It is heartwarming to know how much there are allies who are into learning about what's happening within the Black community and interested in learning how they can help. Moving more into being an ally, let's talk about performative acts, performative um, activism, what that is. Do you do it? Do you know a family member who does it? How can you not do it? What is it? What does it look like? Let's talk about it. Performative activism is something along the lines of Black Lives Matter as a tweet or as an Instagram post and nothing beyond that, right? So you are someone who is on Instagram or Twitter or Facebook and you know, post some content saying Black Lives Matter and you never move past that. I look crazy right now. I look crazy. What should I add? Glitter. That's what we need. Hey. So you have your post, you said it, and you didn't move past. You didn't do anything else. And I understand a lot of white allies don't know what to do. Like, what should they be doing? Where should they start? I was talking to my neighbor who's white, and I asked him, what's white guilt like? You know, what is it like to be experiencing white guilt at this time? And the analogy he gave me was like, imagine going to the Olympics to compete, in like the not the running Olympics, but like the track and field. Imagine going to compete. You think you're going to compete in track and field, and everyone's doing something completely different. It's the ice skating Olympics. It's winter. Like it's not even summer sports. It's winter sports. That's what it's like. And he's like, everyone's yelling at you that you're doing the wrong thing, but you thought you were coming to run, and everyone's ice skating. And everyone's yelling at you, and no one's really like telling you what to do. You're just being yelled at. That's the funniest thing to me. Like, I think it's so funny because it's like, I get it, you know, you used to live in a bubble where bad things only happen to bad people, and now that bubble's popped and people are like yelling at you, bad things are happening to anyone because of their skin color, because of their sexual orientation. It's not what you've been taught all this time. And it can be kind of confusing about where to go. Ooh, that's pretty. I want that new fridge that they just moved in next door. I have an old fridge. They didn't give me a new one. So it can be kind of like what to do, right? And so there are people who have made really cute like videos and really cute graphics and really cute, you know, books to read, what your white guilt means, or how you can use your white guilt for activism and X, Y, and Z. And like, there's all these like really cool books, right? But I believe personally that if you are truly interested in learning about the Black plight, Black struggles, Black liberation, the best place you can start is with history. Simple and easy. And I know there's like a lot of books about Black history. Personally, I think you should read about Black radicals. W.E.B. Du Bois. He's a great person to read about. Just pick any book. Like, it doesn't have to be the best book. It doesn't have to be perfect. Hello? Who's doing that? But just pick any book. I'm currently reading... Ooh, are we gonna love this or are we gonna hate this? Now I'm nervous. Now I feel like I've made a bad mistake. Maybe a good one. No, maybe we saved it. It's picking up. Pigment. No, don't do that. Don't pick it up. Let's see if it's better for my hand. I hate that. I hate it. It's not getting any better. I should have just started off with my hand. Oh, you know what? No, I think we got it. I think we saved it. We're good. Oh, that's pretty. We saved it. We saved it. We're good. I think I'm gonna do like a really strong eyeliner. Tie it all together. Cause I just wanna do something simple. That's pretty. What do y'all think? Hey, hey Desmond. But yeah, so books, reading, right? You can start anywhere. There's a lot of these really cool. I already kind of talked about it, but there's a lot of cool books that people are releasing, within the past few years or recently. Fuck all that noise. Don't worry about it. It's cute, it's fun, it's glitzy, but like the best place to start is with history. It's straightforward. It's black and white. I'm currently reading. I'm gonna show you guys. I'm currently reading this book, Frederick Douglass, right? It's a 700-page book. It's big. It's hefty. But I like knowing what was actually happening during this time. Frederick Douglass is, 19th century? So right after slaves are being freed. That's where this book takes place. A few years after slaves being freed. And it really gives you an inside viewpoint to the black community. Within a few pages, I'm not gonna ruin the entire book, but within a few pages, the author talks about Frederick Douglass. I also have a notebook. Wait. This is the important part about reading, is taking notes. No one wants to take notes when they read, but you should always, especially for these 700-page books, definitely take notes. You don't understand a word? Write it down. You don't understand a whatever? Write it down. We'll help you. Tons. We'll save your sanity. But within a few pages of the book, the author briefly touches on Frederick's marriage and how he was, really quick overview of Frederick Douglass, super smart guy, born a slave, died a free man, really educated, went to school, Howard? I think, I don't know, let me not yell out something because I haven't read it all. Super educated, really smart black guy, right? Was also a professor, I believe he taught classes. Point is, really smart guy, a little bit of a black radical. But his first wife was a black woman who was a slave. She remained uneducated basically most of her life, right? She died a free woman, but she was never heavily educated. Frederick divorced her and married a white woman who was educated. And it's within that little narrative that I think about current black men and how they will often date educated women but leave for white women. That's really a topic on its own. But looking at Frederick, to me it didn't make any sense why he would leave his wife if there wasn't a material problem, she wasn't cheating. Did he leave her because she was uneducated? And if so, why didn't he educate her? Because he was wicked smart. Why wouldn't you educate your wife? But that really struck a chord in my mind. I think about that a lot. I also put that in my notes. So I think if you're an ally and you're looking for ways to help and you're looking for what you can do, especially if you're I don't have a lot of money, I can't donate, or I don't live near family members, or I've already cut off on my family members because they were jerks. I cut them off years ago. What else can I do? You can just read about history. You don't have to buy that book. That book was $60 or something. Torrent it. Who cares? Education should be free. Torrent it. Read it for free. Take notes for free. That's the best thing you can do. And then you can go into your friend's circle and you can educate them, or you can correct behaviors. Correcting behaviors can be very, very draining, though. So if that's not really your forte, correcting behaviors is too much for you. I understand because it drains me too. Just spread some education. That's what you can do. It's great. It's free. Congrats. You're doing it. Moving on. Let's talk about buying black. I should finish this makeup. Buying black. So buying black has become, it's been a trend for a while, right? You buy black or you're black owned. It's a trend. It's trendy. But what if you are a plus size woman, a plus size body, and you want to buy black? Where can you go? What I found is basically nowhere. There are not a lot of black owned businesses or black owned. I totally removed the pigment off of that. Don't I feel silly? But there aren't a lot of black places or black owned businesses that you can go and buy from if you're plus size. It just doesn't exist. There are a lot of black owned fashion brands that are kind of like fast fashion or trendy fashion. There's brands like Storiella, the Matte brand, that's not fast fashion. Matte brand is not fast fashion. There's TELZ Femme, which is really cute. She's not fast fashion either. She's more of like the couture, Instagram-y fashion. Stuff you'd wear like to a club in Miami, I guess? I don't know. There's also the Nicole brand. The Nicole Richmond brand? I don't know. But there's a few brands that are black owned that are really, really popular. And they have really cute designs, you know. They kind of exist within the cusp of being kind of like Pretty Little Things and a little bit of like ASOS. Let me not say ASOS. ASOS is kind of like on the basic side. But they're kind of like Pretty Little Things, Boohoo, Fashion Nova, right? But black owned. And that can be really, really cool if you are trying to expand your closet or you're looking for black owned brands to buy from. But if you're plus size, you can't use none of those brands, baby. So sorry. Oh, Slash by Tia. That's another one. Slash by Tia is really, really cute. I love her outfits. I had Indigo make me an outfit based off of one of her designs because she also does not cater to plus size. But yeah, this is coming together. I know someone's watching this like, no, it's not. You look like a sea biscuit, but it's coming together. And we're gonna do a crazy strong eyeliner, and it's gonna be something. I don't know. So with that said, it's hard. Being plus size or being bigger than a size XL is hard, and it creates so much body dysmorphia within the plus size community that's really unhealthy and really unfair, right? Like, women should not be punished, people should not be punished, but women should not be punished for being fat, you know? Or we shouldn't be catered to less than because we're fat. There are brands like Pretty Little Things that offer plus size clothing. Pretty Little Things does it, Fashion Nova does it, Boohoo does it. A lot of brands are doing it. Free People does it. They introduced their plus size jean collection like 3 years ago. I think 3 years ago. Because people kept asking them to bring on plus sizes. But at the same time, once brands kind of do bring in the plus size, it's kind of like the wimp womp stuff. You know, it's like, oh, we have this extra material. Let's make a shirt out of it. Make it plus size. You know, and it's like you look at this shirt and it's like the picnic table type of material. It's like, what am I supposed to do with this? You know, or it's like lumberjack jackets, you know, it's like a bunch of plain white tees. Like, it's not cute. It's really boring. It's really basic. Like, Pretty Little Things plus size, pretty basic. Forever 21's plus size, oh my god. I hate it. I hate it so much. I hate everything in that plus size. I mean, Forever 21 is pretty, compared to brands like Fashion Nova, compared to Pretty Little Things, Boohoo, ASOS, Forever 21 is the most conservative brand out of like all of those. They're so conservative. And they used to be on the cutting edge of what's hot and new. Like 2010, 2009, 2008, Forever 21 was like that bitch. She was killing it, right? Everyone loved Forever 21. But now she really can't compete with these other brands. You know, she's just not. You can't compete where you don't compare, and she just does not compare. And her plus size is not helping her either. How does that look? I'm trying to add in some dimension, and I don't know why I'm adding it in after putting glitter, but I just need a little something extra. So, that being said, I was shopping for my birthday outfit, and I found a dress that I really liked. I was like, hey, this dress really cute, feels cute, material's cute, price is crazy. The price for that dress was crazy, but I already know I was gonna wear it a bunch of times after, so it's fine. It's fine. And I hit up the company. I was like, hey, I really like this outfit. This dress is really cute. It was a European company. European sizes run smaller than Americans. Americans are just fatties. It's fun though. And I was like, hey, I noticed you guys make your stuff in-house. In-house means that they're not, you know, they don't have a manufacturing company in China. It's made in their warehouse or it's made in their country or whatever. Will you guys extend the sizes? Now, for those of you who don't really understand how that works, if you're an in-house brand, your seamstress, let's imagine a building, right? The designers or the CEOs on the top floor, the illustrators and stuff is like maybe the second floor, and the seamstress and, you know, like the manufacturers, people who actually make it, somewhere between the second and third floor, right? Depending on what their level is, whatever. But they own all the fabric, right? So if I made this top, I would have so many yards, just so much of this fabric, I could drown in it because I have to cater to my audience, right? So when you ask a company, I'm getting so mad because it irritates me so much, but when you ask a company to extend a size and they make their stuff in-house and they tell you no, they are literally telling you, no, I refuse to make this any bigger. You're not the demographic that I'm serving. You are outside of that demographic, therefore you can suck eggs. So I hit up this company, I was like, hey, really like the dress, will you make it bigger? The company is really nice. They weren't jerks about it or anything. They were very, very nice. They were like, no, we don't make bespoke items. Bespoke just means, you know, customized. So we don't change it. We don't make it any bigger. Sorry. And something in my mind just like clicked. And I was like, cool. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, that's fine. That's fine. I'm not gonna overreact. That's fine. I totally overreacted. I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna start up a brand. I'm gonna do a fashion brand because I'm tired of going on Instagram and seeing all these skinny girls wearing all this cute clothing and not seeing that representation on bigger bodies. It drives me nuts. I'm not a crazy fashion person, but I like to dress nice. And I think a lot of big girls like to dress nice, but we're not given the opportunity to dress nice, or we are socially shamed for dressing a certain way. And that's not fair. So, I'm going to be working on a fashion line. I know someone is like, what about the hair company you're supposed to be starting up? Still working on it. Hair company is a lot of money too. I'm up and going, but yeah. So that's what I did all of the past 48 hours is sketch, look at fabrics. I had no idea there were so many types of fabric. Like I was talking to someone who would possibly be a tailor, and they're like, what type of fabric are you thinking? And I'm like, satin. And they're like, and I'm like, satin, like soft, like satin. Felt so stupid. But it's been really fun. The past 2 days have been really, really fun. I've been talking to tailors, and a lot of them have been very, very encouraging. A lot of them are very, which I mean, you know, who wouldn't be? It's like if I go with them, they get paid. But it's been very encouraging to talk to other people who are like within the fashion industry, and I tell them, you know, like, I want this brand so that plus size women can have something really, really cute to wear. And they're like, that's awesome. That's fantastic. That's great. Like, I hope you do it. Like, this is gonna be awesome. So I'm really excited. I think I talked about it last. I think we're done with the eyes. We're just gonna do an eyeliner and call it a day. But I talked to, what was I gonna say? Probably lost track. Oh my god, I had a brain fart. I don't even know what I was gonna say. My mind went to eyeliner, and that was it. I was really excited about this eyeliner, apparently. Anyways. What was I gonna say? I feel like a goldfish. Do you guys see it now? Does it look together now? Does it look amazing? I hope so. I don't know what I was gonna say, but I have sketches. I have people who are really interested in making the samples, and I'm really excited to like show off the samples and kind of document this journey with you guys on YouTube, and I hope you guys like it. You know, it's going to be, even though summer collections are basically already out. Do you guys see it now? Do we? It's simple, but it's really cute. It's fine. It's adorable. It's going to be a late spring summer collection, and I've been trying to figure out like patterns, not patterns, but fabrics, because there's just so many fabrics. Why are there so many fabrics in the world? And there's fabrics like people just create just for like one garment, and I'm like, what? But the brand is going to be magical, whimsical, fairy-like, you know, statement pieces. It should feel like magic. That's what I'm really hoping for. So it's not going to be like Instagram-y, you know, hot girl in Miami clothing. It's going to be like fluffy dresses and like a really pretty corset and stuff like that. So I hope you guys like it when I start to go through it. This is cute. I feel adorable. Oh, the brush is dry. You basically have to stop breathing when you do eyeliner. It's like legally required. But yeah, I feel like I've talked about everything. There's nothing left to talk about. Oh, I fucked it up. Oh, I should have stopped while I was ahead. Look at this. That's a shame. Now we got a fat liner. No! I'm making it worse. Oh my god. Look at this. Look what I did. And now I'm like, should I ruin the other one so that they're stupid together, or should I just like cut my losses? I don't know. What's everyone else doing today? We talked about all the heavy stuff within like the first 10 minutes, and now there's nothing to talk about. But that's kind of good, right? Because I don't like talking about crazy stuff for a very long time, because it just wears me down emotionally and makes me not want to do anything. Have you guys seen the PlayStation 5 reveal? I'm the only person who hasn't. Everyone else is like, the PlayStation 5 looks amazing, and I'm like, does it? I haven't seen it. I wouldn't know. I haven't done anything online really, which is weird because it's like I'm. Do I like that? Might not have needed the glitter there. What am I saying? You put glitter anywhere. You should put glitter anywhere. Maybe a little bit too hands-on with the glitter. It's okay. If eyeliner doesn't fix it, lashes will. Oh, no. That looks pretty cute. I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at all. I'm mad at it. I don't know why I keep doing this. This is why I never do. Why do I do this to myself? I hate this now. It's a lot. It's a lot going on, and my eyes are itchy now because I have sensitive baby eyes. It's fine. Either lashes will fix it, or I'll look like a disco ball today. One of two things would happen. Jasmine, you haven't seen it? Okay, that makes two of us. At least we're together. Because I haven't seen it. And I feel like everyone else in the world has seen it, and I'm just like, I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you. Should we do black eyeliner? Actually, we should. I think we'll make it like a little smoky. Ooh, let's grunge it. Grunge makeup's always cute. Just smoke it out. When in doubt. There's no black in here. I thought this was black. Huh. Oh, you know what? I have black somewhere else. I got it. I got it. I got it. I know what to do. What else should we talk about? I don't know. Makeup trends? Are there any makeup trends? There are makeup trends, but I don't know. Maybe makeup trends I need to stop. Those are always fun. Oh, no. Let's talk about trans girl aesthetic and how the heterosexual cis girls are mad. Let's talk about that. That one's okay. So when I started off doing makeup, drag queens were like gold, God reincarnated, the pinnacle of beauty, all of that, right? Like to me, makeup wasn't makeup unless it was like on that scale, right? That was makeup. That was artistry. That was what the everyday vanilla girl aspired to be, was a drag queen. That's what makeup like clicked in my mind. I was like, dramatic makeup, femininity, I love all these things, let's do it. Right, so I don't think there's as much talk about it in the makeup community, but a lot of trans girls that I follow talk about it, and it's really something that was, to me, a compliment, right? If a girl commented underneath my picture like trans aesthetic, I'd be like, yes, you know, because they have a very unique identity when it comes to makeup. Like the makeup identity is unique. It's like super cute, right? It's very like Instagram. If I think about Instagram makeup, I'm like, trans aesthetic. Like this is it. This is like the epitome of it. But like a lot of makeup girls were offended by it, you know, or they just didn't understand what it meant, you know. So girls would be like, you know, like the trans aesthetic is alive and well, and it's like, yeah, like the heterosexual cis girls are not even the heterosexual, just like the cis girls. It's, but I just want to talk about it because it's, to me, a really big compliment, right? That someone else. I got something in my eyeball. Probably all the glitter. But that someone else from another community is like recognizing that you recognize their talent and their aesthetic and how they apply makeup. So people like Nikita Dragon, right? Let's all hold our assumptions of her, right? Let's just focus on her makeup, whatever your personal opinion is, right? So she did Summer Walker's makeup, right? And the way that Nikita Dragon does makeup is very snatched, right? Like if I was going to use a word, it would be snatched, right? So super snatched nose, super snatched cheekbones, right? Everything is just really Instagram-y, right? It's something, it's makeup you would put on Instagram and, you know, like it's popular. And girls were underneath her page on that picture, either on Summer Walker's page or on Nikita Dragon's page, and they were like, oh, Summer Walker got this surgery and Summer Walker got that surgery and she looks like this now and she looks like that now and this makeup is ugly. And it's like, how am I going to say this makeup is ugly and then go underneath an Instagram influencer's page and praise that same type of makeup application? How? Or girls were saying like, oh, this isn't, you know, like trans girl aesthetic, and it's like, yes it is. Yes it is. What are you talking about? Trans girls made makeup as we know it today what it is. Like, let's be very, 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 very honest about that. They set the tone of what Instagram makeup should look like, right? A lot of the makeup influencers who are not doing like, anyone who's not doing like creative makeup, you know, like using like watercolors on their eyes and stuff like that, it's part of the aesthetic. I have like a filter up, and the comment that I tried to capture, I'm like, what was wrong with that? But it's like to not, I don't know, to try to like erase trans girls out of what they've given to the makeup community or what they've attributed to it, and to say, oh no, it's not that. Like, we're not doing makeup like that. It's like, it is erasure. And I think it's a conversation that I'm not seeing being like had. And granted, I'm not really vocal in the makeup community because it's so much of everything, drama, extraness. But it's erasure, you know, like, I don't know. When I started doing makeup, I totally aspired to do makeup like drag queens. That to me was what makeup was. It wasn't Revlon and Avon and, you know, light foundation. That shit's boring. Like, that's boring. It was dramatic. And when I see trans girls do their makeup and they're like influencing stuff like that, it's like, it's dramatic. It's snatched. It's a fantasy. It's a fantasy that they're selling. And I see that same fantasy over almost all beauty influencers. But when it comes to time to pay homage to who created that standard and who really influenced that standard, these same girls turn around and they become offended by it. And it's laughable. It's laughable. That's really what it is. How can you be offended by something that you're literally taking? That you're literally inspired by? It doesn't make any sense. You know what I feel like? I feel like Gur from Invader Zim. That's the color story I'm seeing on my eyes right now. I'm gonna wear a striped shirt. But big topic. Who else has today off? Who else has today off? Thanks for hanging with me, you guys. This is fun. I hope you guys are having fun. I hope everyone who is like kind of hanging out and watching or hanging out and not really chatting is having a good time. Or just like pondering stuff. The kids outside are like screaming. We're having a fun time. Okay, I think we're done with eyes. As done as we are going to be right now. We created a mess. Whatever. We'll figure it out. This is the fun part. I always like when I can finally get to like foundation and stuff because that means it's almost over. I'm moving on from the trans aesthetic, but baking did not come from the cis community in makeup. It didn't. Came from drag queens, came from trans girls. Baking, highlighting, and contour, y'all are not about to sit here and be offended by the same people who birthed you. Please. Okay, I'm moving on. But yeah, if you guys see those conversations, they're not being had. They need to be had. They need to be people on YouTube who are trans and who have a platform. I hope to hear from them because they deserve to collect their coin, right? They deserve their acknowledgement. They sure as hell birthed an entire type of makeup. Ooh, I should have washed my hands. It's fine. But yeah, okay. Moving on. Ooh, let's talk about celebrities who canceled themselves during quarantine. Because there's so many. Oh, what's baking? Okay. Baking. Baking is the makeup technique where you put like a setting powder on top of concealer. Not just like any amount of concealer, but like if you're gonna do a glam look, that's what it's been labeled as. If you're gonna do a glam look, you're usually gonna put like some crazy highlighter, some thick highlighter right here. Blend it into the foundation, and then you're gonna set it with a baking powder. And usually the baking powder is as light as possible, because that's what creates that glam feature. But to me, it's more of a fantasy feature. Where you're like having optimal light on your face. You're just God's gift to heaven and earth and everything between. So you bake with your setting powder that's as close to white as possible to get the brightest, and then you dust it off, and that's baking. And a lot of cis girls bake, and it really comes from the drag community. Didn't come from cis girls, did not come from the Avon girls. None of that was not was not over here hanging out. But it started being introduced to this is community slowly and surely. And then they like the girls just basically hijacked baking and was like, we bake now and it's our thing. So that's another like keynote when people say like, or at least how I view like when people say, oh, trans aesthetic, it's like baking. Like that's it didn't come from the cis girls. It didn't. But yeah. So it is a lot of makeup. It is. I have way too much. Oh, funny story. Last year I went to Florida, the worst state in this country. There's a lot of, all states have their bad parts, but Florida is like, the people of Florida are just awful. Anyways, I went to Florida and I brought a lot of makeup with me because I was going to EDC and my luggage got lost on the flight and I went to the customer service area and I was telling the lady about it, who was rude as hell, by the way. And I was like, I lost my makeup. And she's like, what does your makeup look like? I'm like, it's a lot of makeup. It's probably like about $500 worth of makeup. And she like rolled her eyes. And I was like, that's rude. I wear a lot of makeup. Please don't berate me. But yeah. So normally I would do like a really full face of makeup with like highlighter, concealer, foundation, cream contour, powder contour, baking. But because it's summer, we're gonna do my summer foundation, which is just foundation sticks, which is great. I love foundation sticks. I'm using MAC, and the point when I do my summer foundation, I'm like hoping to get as close to skin-like as possible. And so hopefully by the time we are done, I will look like I just have perfect skin and I don't have any makeup on. But yeah. Makeup always feels so pore clogging, especially MAC. I can just feel all my pores being clogged. But I know it doesn't look it, but I'm actually almost done with my makeup because after this it's just smooth sailing. And then I'm gonna do my hair. And then that'll be it. We'll wrap up. But it's basically smooth sailing from here. And after this, I'm gonna go. You spent $700 in makeup and you don't wear it? Oh God, you're awful. You're awful. Wear that makeup. It's probably just sitting in the drawer like, I'm so lonely. Please put me on. I've actually cut back on how much makeup I buy because it's gotten to the point where I'm buying the same thing from a different brand. It's like, oh, I need a bronzer. And then it's like, I get home and I'm like, oh, I have a bronzer like this. Awesome, now I have 2 bronzers. But I just don't buy makeup as much because once you have one thing, you don't really need, at least to me, you don't need 2 of them. And I don't think the makeup community is being really innovative right now. There's a lot of people, though, it's really cool. There's a lot of people who are coming out with like their own makeup line. There is this drag queen named Kimchi. She has her own makeup line. That's probably the only person I would like actively be interested in buying from. Because it's so cute and it's so fun. It's like glitter and bright colors and stuff like that. I also obviously ColourPop, but what's the other brand? Sugar Peel. Sugar Peel is pretty cool too. Hey Savage! Hey Savage! Cats are waking up from the nap. But yeah, I don't buy makeup as much anymore. There's just no need to. If you have one palette, I look orange. It's okay. But if you have one palette, you basically have them all. There's no need to have so many. So I said I wasn't gonna do heavy foundation, but now I might have to because I look so orange. My foundation's oxidizing really bad. Either that or I didn't clean this brush off from the last time I used it. And now I'm reaping what I sowed. How does it look? Looks pretty cool. Ooh. Makes you present to material. I was at the drive-through for McDonald's because I'm a fat girl. And I was picking up ice cream at like 12 o'clock at night. And there was this guy in front of me, and he had a bumper sticker that said, "Any functioning adult 2020." And I was like, oh my god. It just tickled me so much because the world is in shambles. Literally. But yeah, I love Sephora. I really, really did. When I was getting into makeup, I think Sephora was just about every girl's place. It was either Sephora or the Sephora in JCPenney's or MAC if you were a rich girl. But I love Sephora because every once in a while I would get somebody. Hello? Police don't care. They don't care if they interrupt your filming. But I would get Sephora employees to help about stuff, like help teach about makeup. And like every once in a while, I would get somebody who was like really good at makeup. And they'd be like, "Let me help you, babes. You know, you should try this foundation." I was introduced to Lacome foundation through a Sephora employee, which is like one of the best foundation ever. Crazy expensive though. Their foundation is like $60 or something, and I'm real life poor, so no. But oh, I just realized I bought new concealer. It's fine. I'll use it another time. But like a lot of some Sephora like managers and stuff like that, I had applied to work at Sephora when I was like younger before I realized that I hate customer service because people are jerks. And I was like at a Sephora interview, and they were like, "Yeah, we're really just looking for girls who can push products." And I was like, "What about teaching people how to use makeup?" And they were like, "No, none of that. We're here to sell." And I was like, "But people don't know how to use stuff. We should do what's best for them." And they were like, "No." And then during the same interview, I got in a fight I didn't get in a fight, but like I got into like a verbal altercation with the interviewer. It was a group interview, and the lady was like, Sephora had just started selling this brand called Black Up. And Black Up is a French-based, Black-owned makeup company that specializes in Black makeup, or it's makeup for Black people, right? Cool. Right. So Sephora was like, "Oh, we're the first makeup store in the Southern California area to sell a Black-owned makeup line. We're the first person to sell this line." They were specifically talking about Black Up, and I was like, "You're wrong." Mind you, this was in front of like, I think there was like 20 of us in this group interview. It was the mall was like recently opening up a new Sephora, so they were looking to hire an entire staff. And so the manager was like, "No, we're the first people to sell this completely Black-owned brand. Black, we're the first people." I'm like, "You're wrong. Nigel's actually has been selling this brand way before you guys, and they've been established here way before the Sephora, so you're wrong." Needless to say, I did not get the job. And I guess I embarrassed her and she didn't like me for the rest of the interview. But yeah, so Sephora's cool when they hire people who really care about makeup, and that's what's sad. Ulta, I love Ulta. You go into Ulta and all the girls are like they're having fun. I'm like, what's that like? Y'all look like you're having a great time. They're like, we are. We love our job. And I'm like, that must be nice. But they're always nice. And also, like, I love Ulta's price point, right? Because Sephora is like, you can buy the Sephora brand, which is like the most price-friendly brand here, or you can buy Dior. And it's like, the Dior is $60. And Sephora's like, yeah. So what's it gonna be? What is? Oh. That's the music. But yeah, I love Ulta. I also love that they get a lot of online products, or a lot of online exclusive. Like they have ColourPop, which is really cool. So good on them. Anyways, talking about trans girl aesthetic, this is it. This highlighting scheme, type of highlighting from the trans and drag queen community. Right? Let's be honest about stuff. And I said I wasn't gonna do it, but my makeup turned really orange. So while I can run for president right now, I cannot go outside. Or it might just be my lighting. I didn't wet my sponge. I'm about to feel silly. It's okay. We'll figure it out. I'm way too lazy. Yeah, I wear a lot of makeup. But makeup's always made me happy. I always like being dolled up. So, I'm enjoying it. I like it. But like when I'm going out with Mo and she's like, can you not do makeup so we can just go? I don't want to be 2 hours late to the movie. I'm like, you're gonna wait. Refuse to leave the house. Makeup on. I didn't want my sponge, so I hope this works. I know it's not. Alright, let's see if I can do this with a semi-dry sponge. Oh, we're getting somewhere. Oh, I think we got it. Oh, the sponge is so hard. Because I didn't wet it. And I feel like I'm hitting myself with a brick. I'm not going to blend this up again. Oh, I'm so tired. I don't even want to do anything else. It's not so bad. It's okay for not having a properly damp sponge. Yay! How does that look? Literally, okay, like I wasn't supposed to put this much makeup on because it will melt off. Like it's, I don't know how hot it is, but there's no clouds outside and that means it's hot enough. But my makeup was so orange, I was like, I can't do this. I cannot go outside looking like this. I will look a mess. And it probably will melt off, but that's okay. It's fine. Who's gonna come after me? But it most likely will just slide right off. But it'll be great until then. And if I'm smart, I will take some pictures today. And now we're just gonna set with some powder. We're not baking, just setting. It's a lot of powder. We're almost done. I'm really excited. Okay, and then we'll go in with the second color. Okay, cool. I don't know why I didn't talk that entire time. There was nothing stopping me from talking. I just stopped talking. Sorry. Oh my god, I got this new highlighter from Fenty, which is also a brand I religiously buy from, but I don't need to. Look at this! That's so pretty! It's so pretty. I love it. I love it. She also has like a white version of this. It's like white glitter. So pretty. This is my current favorite highlighter. This, and she has a bronzer. Fave stuff. Fenty's probably the only brand I'm like heavily buying from because I like watching them figure things out. Like they've released 2 eyeshadow palettes and like they both did well, I'm sure, but I don't think they're going to be releasing big eyeshadow palettes like that anymore because it's just so much. Like, and their most recent eyeshadow palettes were like little tiny baby ones that you can kind of just put in your purse and go. And they're so cute. There aren't any shades I need, so I'm not gonna get one, but maybe I will. Just for nostalgia. For future nostalgia. Yay, bronzer. I just did all that concealer so I would not look orange, and here I am applying stuff to look bronze. Doesn't make any sense, does it? Has anyone been following the recent Jeffree Star drama? It's not even drama, but I don't know. Jeffree Star has always been the makeup news, and never for a good reason. But Jeffree Star's been around for a very, 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 very long time, and he's never been a good person, ever. And so it always is kind of like, where have people been to not know this? I don't know. I guess if you weren't online in 2004, 5, 6, and 7, you wouldn't directly or necessarily know. But yeah, so Jeffree Star had like this cosmetic line that he failed to release. He put out a statement today saying that he never released it, like it didn't happen, but what really happened was that he ran out of funding to create a makeup line. He didn't have the money to make it. And it wasn't how it is now where you can just, easily go on Alibaba and make a makeup line or anything like that. So he never released it because he didn't have the funds, but he tried to twist the story and say that he never released it because he just didn't have to. But yeah, a lot of people have been making videos about him. In particular, there is this YouTuber, and he did like this analysis on Jeffree Star, and it was very well created. I really, really liked it. You can't find it right this moment though, because Jeffree Star went and whatever. And got it removed. And now the kid, not a kid, but now he has a copy strike against his channel. And you can basically only get 3 copy strikes against your channel before YouTube removes your channel from the platform. So Jeffree Star's always been a dick though. He's always been a dick. He was never a nice person. But all these people are kind of like, to me it's resurfacing because he's been like this for like a decade. Like if you don't know that Jeffree Star's a bad person, like, I don't know, way back, machine it. Just go back a few years. He's never been a good person. Or just like listen to other people when they say he's not a good person. But like all this current drama or old drama or unknown drama is coming back. And I really hope people kind of wise up to the type of person that he is, especially the black gay boys. Like, I know a lot of black gay boys love Jeffree Star because he is one of the few people who accept them, right? The black community is just so bad with the homophobia and transphobia. It's just so crippling. And so like black gay men have to find comfort and security wherever they can find it because they're not getting it from their community. And a lot of them, go to Jeffree Star for that because at least they know they're not going to be, talked bad about because they're gay. But like a lot of them wear his stuff, and like he is such a dick. And there was recently a model or an influencer who used to be on Jeffree's PR list. And I believe shot a few campaigns or shot a campaign with him, and came out and was like, he treated me like the token black kid, like he needed a black face. I was the black face. I was there. And then when I didn't want to protect him anymore, he outcasted me, and that was it. And I don't want black men in makeup to feel that they have to look for security wherever they can find it because it's hard to come by. But also, like, I don't want them to be used as tokens. Black boys in makeup are very, very trendy right now. They've been trendy for like the past year and a half, 2 years. And a lot of brands want to, abuse that. Same thing with trans girls. It's trendy right now. A lot of companies want to abuse that. And they want to have you on their campaign just to have a face. And that's not how, the community should be treated. But yeah. Yeah, I can't. Oh, Stilla has some good shit. Stilla has some good shit. Stilla's been an OG brand. Like, oh my god. I know I just jumped off topic, but Stella was an OG brand. Like Stella used to be that bitch, and like when YouTube first started, she was that girl. But she doesn't get like Stella does not get as much light nowadays. But they've always had like quality products, I bought something from them last year and used it as a primer. I still have it. It's like all the way in my drawer though. I bought something from there to use as a primer, and wow, just the duality of that product. And let me show you guys. It's so cute. What is this? Their lingerie souffle. You can use it as anything. Eyeshadow, highlight. It comes in a bunch of different colors too. Bronzer. You put on like your legs for like glitter and stuff. Crazy good. No one gives Stella, whatever, enough light anymore because all the like Instagram brands are here, but they've always made quality products. Their eyeliners, their cream eyeliners, amazing. I believe their foundation is pretty spot on too. If they cater to that like color range. But I've always been a little bit sensitive with foundation colors because they oxidize, like this one. That's good stuff. But yeah. So, this YouTuber, did this really cool video. It was so cute. Where he just basically talked about like the things that Jeffree has done, and it was a great video. It was well done, well planned. He put a lot of effort into it. He, was getting his coin, rightfully so. And then Jeffree Star was like, no ma'ams, I see you over there exposing me. Try to pop straight. So, hope he gets his video back up. And if he does, you guys should watch it. It's really good. Nose contouring. You guys know what I'm gonna say, right? It's not from the cis girls. Who the fuck was contouring their nose before the drag and trans queen community? Please enlighten me, because I don't know. Never saw it done. It certainly wasn't the ladies selling Avon though, and it certainly wasn't Maybelline. Certainly wasn't MAC. Certainly wasn't Dior or any of the other high-end makeup brands. I think we're kind of almost done. Highlight, blush, brows. I always forget brows. Like it's like the end, and I'm like, yeah. Steel is expensive. She most definitely is. Not a cheap girl. Oh, you know what else I've been really, really liking? Glossier. Really like Glossier. Really enjoying their ethics so far when it comes to fair wage, how they treat their employees. I haven't heard anything awful from them, so I hope that stands. I love that they're trying to get into makeup, and they're getting into makeup in to me it kind of feels like Avon met Millennial. It's like it's makeup that a regular person would use, but also it's kind of trendy. So they have like this liquid eyeshadow that I bought in a dark brown, and it's so pretty because you can make it like kind of grungy, and you can layer it and make it darker, and it's fantastic. I should have used that today. Then I would have not done what I did on my eyes with all the green makeup mess. But hey, whatever. I really, really like them. I've really been enjoying them so far. What am I doing right now? Oh, highlighter. Yes. I think we can do this with our fingers. Let's see how it turns up. That's cool. No, it's not. I need more. No, you should totally stream. I can watch you as I'm running my ears because I gotta do something while I'm looking at fabrics. All those damn fabrics. You have to stream. Because if I stream, you stream. You know what I'm gonna say. We all stream. Jasmine, do you know that YouTuber and streamer Valkyrie Aurora? She was pretty, I don't know how popular she was on YouTube. Well, I think pretty popular. She got pretty up there, the numbers. She disabled, well, she didn't disable, but like she is no longer doing YouTube. For those of you who don't know. Hi, Lana. I miss you. Hope you surprise us and come to LA sometime soon. Oh, you should come with us to my birthday. We're gonna go to Vegas. But Valkyrie Aurora left YouTube today. Yeah. And it made me sad because I loved her Nier videos. She did a really great analysis on Nier and like talked about its heavy ass lore. Because Nier's lore is like, I mean, compared to like Final Fantasy, it's not as bad, but well, no, pretty up there. Yeah, you too. You come too, Jasmine. We're all going to Vegas for my birthday. We're all going to be hot and melting. And we're going to gamble all our money away. Stimulus check down the drain. A future. Oh, yes. So now that we're all going to Nevada. No, but Valkyrie Aurora was a gaming tuber, gaming channel. And she like left. Okay, what I'm basically getting at is like the gaming community and the toxicity needs to be controlled, right? Especially towards female creators. But she left YouTube today and deleted all her videos for, I don't know why she deleted her videos, because to me I'm like, you could have still been collecting revenue, but maybe she just wanted to be done with YouTube altogether. And I don't know what was being said to her, but people must have been harassing her so much so that she had to disable the comments. And that's like, it's really infuriating, you know, like to be a woman and to be a gamer and constantly like be berated by people. I don't know. Ooh, so pretty. But yeah, I was gonna say go check out her videos, but I just remembered that she completely deleted them. So yeah. So that being said, you have to stream today because there need to be as many women streaming video games at all times as much as possible. Just like floor it. All the women. Everybody got to stream. Me good. I love this highlighter. I said I was gonna do natural makeup, and here I am with 50 layers of makeup on. It's so pretty. Absolutely. Everyone has to stream. And also, like, what's today? Today's Friday. I'm gonna go look at fabric, and then I'm gonna play Final Fantasy. Like, because I just haven't played in too long. And I've been so caught up in real world problems right now. That's catching. Why are you doing that? Don't do that. I just need a break. That caught in the most ugliest way. But yeah. R.I.P. my migraine. Yeah. You take that Tylenol or whatever migraine medicine you have. You take it and you relax and you stream and then yeah. What should we talk about next? We're almost done. We're almost done with today's look, which is whatever this is. Oh, blush. We need blush. Gotta be cute for the girls. Yeah. Which one do I use for blush? Oh, wait. Here it is. Wheels. Yeah. Are you a girl, a real girl? Yeah, it's so annoying to be a woman and occupy a space that, you know, is dominated by men or is majorly, dominated by men. Because you get the stupidest comments. And I don't know. It's just. Like, part of me is like, like, how stupid do you have to be? And then I'm like, a lot of these people are not the brightest light bulb. They're not too smart. They actually are kind of dumb. Are you a real girl? Comments. Bitch. You're better than I am, so I would have just banned him. Sounds like a block coming to me. Oh. Oh my god. So, speaking about black people being, wow. Talk about how white execs got an extra day off today while black employees are still working. Yeah. See, this is why I know I can't work regular jobs. Thankfully, I've always had a job where they understood that I was going to take days off. It's gonna happen. But like, there are people who are not being given day off, or like their company is not recognizing today as a what is the word I'm looking for? As a holiday. Got brain farts going on. And there are white executives taking the day off, or they're not paying their black employees. See, it's crazy. I was talking to my friend who used to work for the Boys and Girls Club, and she, right now, like, parks are not open in California, right? Can't go to the park, kids don't play on the jungle gym, contamination, COVID, right? She was given a direct order to take her kids to the playground. Given a direct order from her supervisor to take kids to a shut down playground. A good Samaritan, as they should have, called the city and said, hey, that's a lot of blush. That's not what they said, but when you look in the light and it's okay, it's fine, we'll figure it out later. But called the city and was like, hey, there are kids here at the park. They're at the jungle gym. They ripped down the paper and they went to go play. And like, my friend lost her job, because she was the direct person who was, taking care of these kids. But at the same time, she was told by her supervisors to take it. So it is the worst time right now to be black and work for a corporation, because they are either scapegoating a lot of their employees, or just like flat out being like, we're racist, don't care, we're racist. And these people are like, I need this job, I need to feed my family, I need to pay bills, I gotta do stuff. So they just kind of have to suck it up, and it's just awful. And I feel for them. I really do. I've never really worked a corporate job. I worked at a law firm. My law firm was lit. Okay, like, they were lit. Yeah, so she has like a social presence, so she went and like tweeted them, and she didn't want to at first, and I was like, girl, let them the fuck up. She went, not tweeted, but like she made an Instagram post about them. And Boys and Girls Clubs are owned like regionally, right? So anyone can open it, like a McDonald's, right? Like, anyways, McDonald's rules, restaurant chain rules. Anyways, so she basically, you know, called them out, and now they're being investigated, and she's lawyered up because she feels that she was set up and they tried to stop her from getting unemployment. This is baking, by the way. I said I wasn't gonna bake, I lied. I need a cut jawline. But set her up so that she couldn't get unemployment, said that she was terminated for disobeying, you know, guidelines or rules or whatever. It's fucked up. Like a lot of corporations are really being dicks. A lot of them are showing their ass. There was this thing in the beauty community called who was it? There's this brand. I know I'm jumping all over the place right now. But I have. Yeah, it's honestly, like, I get it. Like, there are people who are stuck between doing what's right and having a job, and it just sucks. You know, it sucks for everyone, but you know, it's part of the plight that a lot of us have been fighting for a very long time. And it's definitely not. It's not something that can stop by one person, but anyways, because it really fucks with your brain when you think about it. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh, companies, yes. Goldfish brain. I got a goldfish brain. There is this brand, emotional support beer. I'll join you for that. Right after this, actually. There is this brand called Brother Beeless, and if you have anywhere between $500 to $700 to spend on a pair of heels, highly recommend them. Their sizes are diverse, but to me, I'm always like, I need 2 more sizes in shoes after size 11, after size 12, right? So if they ever extend their shoe sizing to 13, 14, 15, that'd be great. But right now they cater to the size 5 to size 12 in shoes, and they also have handbags. Anyways, the owner, Aurora, she is so amazing, so cute. Wow. She was like, I'm gonna do this thing called Pull Up, where basically all of you brands who said that you are for Black people and for Black Lives Matter, let's see, right? And so she's like, all of y'all need to disclose how many people of color and Black people are working at the executive level within your company, right? And she specifically is talking about like makeup and beauty brands and fashion brands, because she's a fashion brand, right? So all of y'all companies that went online and was like, Black Lives Matter, we love Black people, let's really see. So a lot of companies were like, yikes, right? And a lot of companies showed their ass. They were like, yeah, we love Black people, but like we only have like 2% of our executive staff is Black, you know, or we only have 31% of our executive staff is women, or 15% of our executive staff is women, or, you know, we only have white executives. We don't have any, you know, diversity in our team, or, you know, so that's probably like my favorite thing. 14 shoes, depending on the maker. Yeah, see, that's why I'm saying like shoes. Oh, this is what I mean by like, why do brands not cater to everybody who's interested? Like, it's not rocket science to make shoes go bigger. Like, I wear a size 11. I usually can only buy expensive shoes because it's usually only designers who make shoe sizes at 11. Like, a lot of shoes stop at 10, and it's like, and the 10 is always sold out, and it's like, isn't this telling to y'all? Y'all don't think this is telling that people are buying all the size 11s? But I hope that she one day soon extends her sizes to at least 14. And I feel like once we get to the 14, you can at least offer the option that if you are a size bigger than 14, I will make the shoe, you know, custom, bespoke. But yeah, so going back to ColourPop, going back to Glossier. We're doing this. We're not getting too far off track. Glossier was like, yeah, here's our stuff. They were like one of the first companies or first brands to reply to the pull up hashtag, trend, whatever. They were one of the first companies that were like, hey, here's what we got. We're gonna do better. We can do better. We can do better than this, right? So, Glossier, really liking them. I think they're doing their thing. I hope they continue to do their thing. I always love their campaigns. They always try to be as diverse as possible. They get men. Really, I could stand to see some trans girls and trans men up there. I could stand to see more. Could always see more. Not seeing enough. Not happy enough with it. They do have older models, older like senior age, like 50 and plus. I like that. Could stand to see more, but you know, let's get some more up there. Don't be scared. There's a lot of models who are ready to work. Don't be scared. What are we doing? Brows. We're almost done. Okay. Brows or lips first? Let's do lips. Lips are always fun. Too lazy? Oh my gosh. Yeah, see, plus size to me, and that's what kind of like drives me crazy. There are brands who can't do plus size because they are fast fashion, right? They're just trying to sell the clothes as quickly as possible. So like brands like Pretty Little Thing, they're fast fashion, right? Like they're really just trying to get this shit out. Don't give a shit if it lasts long or not. Just trying to get this shit out. And they have pieces that to me are much needed, like high-waisted jean pants. Something you have to offer in plus size. Doesn't make sense not to. I usually have to get it plus size and have it tailored because I got a weird body. But it's, to me, I'm like, a lot of companies, like, let's take, I don't know, let's take any online brand that makes House of CD, right? They are an Instagram-y brand. They started off online, now they have 2 stores, one in the UK, one here in California. They make their stuff in-house as far as I know. I think most pieces are made in-house. Some pieces are mass-made. So those pieces that are made in-house, why can't y'all just add 2 inches to the clothes? It doesn't make any sense, you know. And just charge the extra fee. You know, if it costs $100 more to get the item customized, fine. I don't know. I don't know why brands do it, but I mean, we know why. It goes against what their brand stands for. That's really why they do it. Let's do lips. I've been really liking these lips. But yeah. You should totally listen. I am all for models, like diversity in models, especially trans girls, because to me it doesn't make sense for brands, high fashion brands like Dior, Louis Vuitton, Prada, to make these expensive items for fashion, and fashion is not representing the real world. You know, we are not size 2, 6 foot tall models. At least I'm not. I don't know. Maybe someone in chat is, and they're like, oh shit, I'm being called out. But like, it doesn't, you know, like, that looks great on the model, but what's it gonna look like on me? So, you should be a model. There needs to be more representation in models. The look is coming out pretty okay. I'm not too mad. I gotta put on eyebrows. 90s hooker. No, you're a perfect model. It's actually representative of a country. Like the average woman in America is like a size 14, size 16. So you're one size above that. You're the average woman in America. So. Who is this by? Smashbox. Do y'all remember Smashbox? Who's making that? Hi, Sin. Hi. Hey, you want to come sleep here? What's this, kitty? Hi. Ugh. Alright. Alright, see ya. That was great. That was great. What time is it? It's 2:51? How long have we been streaming? Smashbox, and speaking of like OGs, Stilla and Smashbox. Stilla, Smashbox, Urban Decay, Buxom. Do you guys remember Buxom? Talk about OGs. Oh, I have a really bad lip job. It is hot as hell. It's hot as hell. I wish I could turn my AC on, but it's so loud. Oh, my birthday is July 29th. I will be in Vegas. Mo and I, we had went to Vegas last week because they had just opened Vegas up, and resorts are allowing people to book rooms. Resorts and hotels are allowing people to book rooms without the resort fee. And resort fee is always like the biggest flex of capitalism in the world. It's like, yes, you have to pay for the room, but also you need to pay for existing on our property, which is just like capitalism. What the hell? So right now you can go and you can stay in Vegas without the resort fee, which is fantastic. So Mo and I had went, we had a blast. She had fun and I had fun. So we decided to go back for my birthday. So that should be fun. So yeah. Rainbow fan. Listen. This, it has Daft Boy on that, which I don't care for. If it had Daft Punk, it'd be a different story. But I also have like an iridescent, like clear one, and it was just, And you go to the festivals and you make the clacky sound, and it calls all the queers, and they all know to assemble. And the next thing you know, everyone in the crowd is clacking, and everyone's upset except for the people with fans. We're having a great time. I can't wait till festivals open back up. Is anyone going to festivals when they open back up? Is anyone going to EDC this year? I am. Medical pandemic and all. But I and my dumb friends will be at EDC Las Vegas 2020 this year if it's not canceled. What am I doing right now? Oh, lashes. But yes, my birthday is July 29th. What was going to be 5:29? You can come to EDC with us, Jasmine, and we can partake in the festivities, which is just getting drunk. Okay. But yeah, I will be in Vegas this year for my birthday, which I'm very excited about. I'm not, for my birthday, like I don't party or anything. I'm usually trying to have the most relaxing birthday ever, which is a mixture of getting drunk and going to the spa. So, whatever Vegas has to offer, I will be doing that. But we're staying in we're staying in a hotel that was recently renovated. And we just had a blast. We went there, we gambled. Mo lost all her money. I only lost like $50 at the end of it. So we're excited. Cheese! Sandwich cabbage. I wish I could turn the camera around and show you guys, but oh no. I get it. Big cities can be scary. So many people. I used to feel that way too. Like, I used to get really bad anxiety going out into public because I'd be worried about what people were going to say to me, or be worried that they would say something to me. Sometimes I just want to be left alone, and I'm always worried that someone's going to test me, and I don't want to be tested. I want to be left the hell alone. Savage, you come here? You come here? Not Houston. No, not Houston. Come here, Savage. Not Houston. It's fine. Never mind. Alright, let's see if I can put this lash on. I need to get new lashes because the last one I had, that was not, no! The last lashes I bought, I totally messed up by being an idiot. Oh my god, what are you doing? You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. No! You're not doing your thingy. You're not sticking. Don't do that. Don't not stick. Let's see if I can just. I'm gonna rip all my lashes out when I take this off. Ooh. Stick. This is why I don't use this lash. Looks so cute, and then you go to put it on, and it's like not gonna stick. And I know if I take it off to reapply the glue, all the makeup will come off. Okay, good enough. Did the lash save it? Did we save this look with the lash? Maybe. Let's stick another lash on and let's see how that does it. If one lash doesn't do it, 2 lashes definitely will. That's my mom in the chat, you guys. Hi, Mom! Hi, Mom. I gotta come over and take family pictures today. Hey, Mom. You guys, my mom and I, well, my mom is gonna start a gardening YouTube. So all of y'all, what are you doing? Don't do that. Don't do that. Whatever you're doing, don't do it. She's gonna start a gardening vlog. So if you guys ever wanted to learn how to grow your own stuff, Mama T's gonna be teaching. You're right. You're not. You're making me look bad. This is why. This is why. That's why I have trust issues. May I say this? My mom's been saying hi to my internet friends for like 2 decades at this point. I just got internet friends forevers. Let's see if I can stack this lash. I should have stacked it before I started gluing. Let's see, can I do it? You're making me look bad. Ooh, I think we got it. Did we get it? Kinda got it. We got it enough. It's kinda good enough. If you guys don't know what lash stacking is, basically when you stack 2 lashes. And it's great to use, it's a great technique to use if you have a lash that just isn't giving you enough oomph. Stack it with a different kind of lash. And then you got a lash with a lot of oomph. Ardell's 113 wispies. They're wispies, awesome for stacking. Okay, this time I'm going to glue it together before I stack it. And that way. Jasmine, I just love that your excuse to makeup is just too much. It's too much work. Lazy. Too much. Which honestly has been the same way I've been feeling towards makeup. It's a lot of work and kind of lazy. Okay, cool. Yay! No, nope, don't do that. Now we got our 1 stacked lash. It's ready for application. I think I might even do some bottom lashes. I've been trying to get into jewelry. But jewelry is always like so much to me, like so much work. I got like 2 baby chains and I was like, okay, cool. This is good enough. Cats. What are you guys doing? Can you guys hear them? Or like, is that the little bell jingling? I'm so tired. I've been talking and doing makeup for like 2 hours or something. Meh. Oh, I gotta do eyebrows. I almost forgot about my brows. Man. And here I was thinking I was done. Okay. Ah, stick to the eyeball. Alright, there we go. We got some lashes on. We're gonna put some mascara on. Hey, Savage, come bitch. Hey, Savage. You can come sit. No. Alright. Don't get out. Move. Can't trust cats. It's all cute until they start knocking over stuff. No, don't play over here. Don't play over here. Go play over there. The tripod is not a chew toy. I don't have my water gun. That's just oh, this looks cute. This feels so old school. Yeah, I feel the way when I go to work. I'll wear makeup like the first day, and then people are like, oh, she wears makeup. And then I'm like, oh, we're doing eyeliner and mascara over here? Duly noted. And then the next day I come with like eyeliner and mascara, and then the next day I come with mascara, and then the next day, if they're lucky, if I come with moisturizer on. But I feel that way about work. It's like, who? I don't know. At work, I'm like, I don't have to prove to you guys that I can do makeup. Y'all are doing eyeliner. This is an eyeliner vibe. Okay. I'm done with, no, I'm not done with my face. Damn. Really almost forgot about eyebrows. Even though I told myself, gotta do eyebrows. What kind of eyebrows should I do? Let's do some lazy ones. I don't really feel like doing them. I don't know. Where's my pencil? Here we go. How's everyone's eyebrows doing during quarantine? My eyebrows have completely just grown, just gone. You know, like old cities where nature reclaims the city and there's like trees growing out of buildings. That's what my eyebrows are looking like right now. Just reclaimed, just looking like a deserted town. Let's fill these in lightly. You know what? No, I take that back. Light makeup for work is just eyebrows filled in. To me, that's as much energy as anyone should have to give their job when it comes to makeup. I put on eyebrows. You're welcome. Because it's like, why do girls have to wear makeup and guys don't? Like, y'all could use some concealer and some mascara too, you know? You could fill in those mustaches and beards, you know? Same thing with bras. Why do girls have to wear bras? I'd be seeing guys, they could use a bra, you know? Or we could just not have beauty standards. Honestly, could do either. Like, I've read stories of women just straight out getting fired because they don't have enough makeup on. I don't see guys getting fired for not being buff. You know, I don't understand it. If I have to look like Barbie, he needs to look like Ken. Oh, why did I do it like that? It's so stupid. Okay. I think I know why. Cinnamon buns and pickles. That's gross. That's so nasty. I think I know why too. I started my cycle yesterday and part of me wants to die, part of me wants to get drunk. Both can be achieved. Where's the top for this? I don't know. Oh, this is black. Yikes. I thought this was light brown. Hey, Savage. I'm the coming to me. Come here so I can show everybody how cute you are. Come here. Come here, Rebecca. I'm your biggest fan. Shut up, Mo. You don't count. I'm just joking. Look at Savage. Say hi. Hey, Demi Cabbage. Hi. This is Savage Cabbage. It's our fat cat. Also the cat who's bad at taking medicine. You're so cute though. Look at my Demi Cabbage. And she's just so... Look at this cat. She's like 9 months. 9 months. Why is she so big already? Look at this. Maximum belly. Okay, are you done? Are you ready to go? There you go. There you go. Wow. There you go. I'm too lazy to be. No, Mo is literally my biggest fan. Mo has done so much behind the scenes. Whenever I shoot with my DSLR camera, Mo has to focus it for me because it doesn't have autofocus. And it's the sweetest thing ever. And she'll do it all the time, anytime, day or night. She'll just do it because she's the sweetest. And also I'll cry if she doesn't. Mo also takes all of my photos. Any photo that's not a selfie, Mo takes. And I don't give her enough credit, so thank you. Also, where are you? You're supposed to be off like 3 hours ago, and you're not here. Where are you? Oh, Mo's also helping me start the clothing brand, the clothing company. She's handling all of the business aspects. So, if you ever buy an item and you don't like it, please email Mo directly. Just kidding. Yeah, Mo, where are you? Your children are hungry. Just kidding. Okay. How are the eyebrows? They're okay. These are okay. I think. Are we done? I think we're done. We just need setting spray and then we're done. I'm running errands, fixing. Oh, okay, okay. Who does that, co-founder? Yeah, Mo wants to be co-founder, but she's really an assistant manager. You know, I feel like she needs to work up. No, we went, yesterday we went to the fashion district looking for seamstress to make samples of our garments, and Mo was the one who was really picking them out and finding them, and I was like out of breath running behind her. Okay, I think that's it. That's it. We're done. We're gonna pan it. Demoted. Yay! Looking extra as I don't know what. This side looks like a tangerine. There's so much makeup on. I'm not mad though. I hardly wear any makeup nowadays. Hi, my cabbage. It's working. Oh, did you used to work on cars? I think my transmission is going. I need as many people telling me that so that I know for a fact that it's going. Because I feel like it's going. Hello? I don't even know why I picked this up as an edge controller. I knew what it was going to do when I picked it up. I don't know where I was going with that. Nothing. You're giving me nothing. I guess. That's okay. It's something. Come on, my little fright off hair. I dyed my hair blonde and it was healthy for a while. But I did something this last time and my hair is just screaming. I should probably do like a keratin treatment or something. Alright, whatever. Good enough. Let's take down the braids. Let's see how we did. Did I bring a comb? Nope. We're basically done. Freaking recalls, bro. Transmission is. That was hilarious. There's this Twitter called Pun Hubs, and it's glorious. It's as glorious as it sounds. Ooh, feel cute. This is what I love about makeup, is like the transformation. Because to me, makeup should feel like your Sailor Moon transformation scene, you know? You should feel magical after. Let's see. Oh, trans. Okay, I'm gonna check that out. I'm ready for more puns. How are we feeling? This is cool. I did those braids too big and they didn't form the way they were supposed to. That's okay. This is it. We did it. We've made it to the end. I got a little straggly piece over here. I'm just gonna hide that. Not. Oh, you know what? No, I can use this. This is technically wax. Did you do it? Did it do it? Did it? Yeah, don't. You know what? Whatever. Good enough. Good enough. I can't flat iron it because I've already fried my hair into oblivion. How does it look? Trans man crowdfunded his top surgery by saying I need to get something off my chest. That's just it's fucking hilarious. I love puns. Puns and dad jokes just they are the wave of the future. Alright, we're done. I'm done. We're done. I had a blast. Did you guys have a blast? I had fun. It's wholesome stuff. All puns are wholesome. Well, they should be. It'd be awful if they were. Oh, that one. I'm not gonna run that one. It's okay. Just ignore that one. I need to wear my extensions someday again. Yes. Yes. Everyone should wear clip-ins. Extensions, wigs. I think they're great. Everyone should. They're beautiful. I love wigs. Love wigs. Love clip-ins. Love sew-ins. Love weaves. I'm actually gonna go get my hair rebraided. Monday, so that it can be braided for the long haul. But we're done. We did it. I might just curl the hair just to have some curls in here, because right now it's looking kind of, because I didn't make those braids small enough. But I think I've worn them twice. Jesus, give me your credit card. Stop buying stuff, Jasmine. No more. We're done. But yeah, that's it. I'm gonna end the stream. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I had a lot of fun. I hope you guys had fun. I had fun. Maybe we'll do this once a month if y'all like it. Maybe I'll schedule it out more so that it's not random. It'll probably be better if it's on a schedule versus me just getting up and doing it random, but I'm such a random person. But yeah, thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. I had fun. These were topics that I wanted to talk about in coffee and culture in an edited video, but I am lazy as hell. And doing it this way was a lot more organic, a lot more fun, and I got to show off my cats. It's a win-win. I hope you guys had fun chatting with me. I hope you guys, what are you doing? You can't make the joke. You're right. Learn something, food for thought. Don't scratch my couch. Cats are terrorists. No one ever wants to say that about cats, but they're tiny terrorists. Just saying. I used to have a normal house, and now I have hair everywhere. That's not mine. But yeah. Alright, you guys. I will see you guys later. Jasmine, I'll see you in stream, on your stream. Thanks for hanging out with me. And I'll see you guys later. Let me see how I'm gonna turn off the stream. Whenever I watch people on YouTube turn off the stream, they're like, okay, bye. They're trying to like figure out the camera. And that's about to be me. Okay. Bye. Let me see how to turn off the stream. Okay. There we go. Bye.